Hi all. Okay, it's me, Dina Parise. So I decided that I didn't want to write this little ditty, this little dish. I decided that I wanted to vlog it because I was hoping that maybe it would have a little bit more impact. A little bit. Okay, here goes. This is about being a little bit more proactive because I think it's time. Uh, Spending a lot of time, of course, in the staging lanes. I've been watching some racing and, of course, racing myself. Not racing myself, but, racing. And I'm thinking that some people may be putting safety by the wayside. And not a good idea. I think that, we're all going so much faster these days and putting so much power into our race cars, and we're forgetting about the important part, which is safety. Not trying to be preachy here, but I do think that we need to be proactive. Just because it's not mandated doesn't mean that we don't need it. Oy, I don't get it. Like, why are we so hard-headed? I've been talking to the good people at ISP, and we utilize their products, of course, in our pro mod. And yeah, some of their stuff is mandated, and we've actually added some stuff that's not mandated. Ooh. We've put some stuff in there that's not, that we're not asked to do, but because, I kind of feel like being able to, if God forbid something happens, being able to get out of the car and, get up and walk around and do what I need to do, that's always a good thing. I had a conversation with someone from a safety company the other day regarding helmets and regarding the fact that people want to skimp on what they spend on a helmet. Now, let me ask you this. You'll spend a gazillion plus dollars on your motor and your motor program, which is fantastic because we all want to go fast. But you won't spend an extra couple of $100 on a brain bucket? Let's do the math, people. Let's do some math, because that makes absolutely no sense. I'm just throwing this out here to you. Just, look, I'm throwing it out so you could think about it. You think about it and then let it process a little bit. And then, maybe you'll change your mind. Okay? Y'all know that we work with DJ. Oh, I just said y'all. I bet you my southern people are very happy about that. That we work with DJ Safety. They make some great products. ISP, you got your pads around your head. I know for a lot of the classes that is not mandated. But I also was told a story the other day, just recently was told a story about a dragster that ran, I think it was like a 5-0 class. And he got out of shape. He did not have the ISP in his cage. And he got his bell rung. Now, I can tell you from experience, because I have been there in my car, I have had my experience when I had the 63, and I got out, I made lunch, I was fine, I had no ill effects, thankfully. And had he have had that padding, I can tell you that his experience probably would have been different. And just, again, because it's not mandated doesn't mean that you don't have to use it. I don't know why everybody is so against. What's a little extra safety equipment? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Another little story. I'm just throwing it out there. You can reel it in. I'm gonna throw it out. You can reel it in. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Talked to a guy. He was a plumber. right? On the weekends, he drag races. Cool, right? Okay. So he had a jacket, but he didn't wear any gloves because not required in his class. Okay. So, well, why don't you wear gloves? Well, I don't need them. It's hot, whatever. Well, listen, we drag race. So in racing, it's the summertime. We picked a sport where it's a gazillion degrees for us to do what we want to do. We chose it. So I said, okay. I said, well, okay. So he said, well, I don't go as fast as you. Okay, how fast does your car go? I don't know. I think he said 100, 110 miles an hour. Okay. I said, well, guess what? That doesn't matter. And he looked at me and he said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, it doesn't matter. I said, because fire burns at 0. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 0. Fire burns at 0. I've seen cars go on fire at the startup. I've seen cars go on fire in the burnout. I've seen cars go on fire backing up. So it really doesn't matter. And guess what? You're a plumber, so you need these. Look, I'm Italian. I need them to talk. Really, I'm just saying. So essentially, if you think about it, your hobby can turn into time off of work that you really were not planning on. So buying a pair of gloves for, I don't know, whatever, $100 and some odd dollars, really in the long run, doesn't really cost you that much, because if, God forbid, something happens, it'll protect you. Now, as I said, I'm throwing it out there. You can reel it in. That's good, right? I don't know. I thought that's pretty catchy. I just came up with that. I have to say, I did see that NHRA just came up with the Pro Stock rule, no touching the car when it's doing the burnout. I have to tell you, because that rule for Andrew and I has that theory of what people do with holding the car doing the burnout has always been a pet peeve of mine. I would never let my crew guys do that. Look, I can handle the burnout on my own. Don't be touching the car. I don't get that, because think about it this way. If you're wearing pants and your pant leg gets caught, you're going down. If the car's 2,000 plus pounds, if tire blows, if the rear end blows, something happens, drive shift, what are you going to do? If you're standing there, your legs, your whatever part of your body cannot fight the inertia of whatever is coming at you. Just a thought. Again, I'm putting it out there. You reel it in. To me, the theory of trying to hold a car that is at least 2,000 pounds and doing a burnout, it makes no sense to me. So I don't get that. So whatever. So I'm really glad that they made that rule, no touching the car once it's in motion. I think that's a super good rule, and I think that I'm hoping that other series are going to kind of latch on to that, because I think that nobody should be touching the car. I think that's the most dangerous thing that could ever be done. That being said, my opinion, not that my opinion matters so much, but I'm giving it to you anyway. So anyway, safety, be proactive, enjoy the rest of your season. I'm hoping that maybe you'll think that some of these things are good to think about, and put some extra safety on you, put some extra safety around you. ISP, DJ safety, Simpson. There are a ton of companies out there that you can talk to. That feel free to contact me. You can always email me. Go right through DinaPariseRacing.com. Feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions. I don't care. It's not like I know everything, but I can certainly point you in the right direction. I don't mind. And, that's it. Get with us on social media. We can, it's certainly something that we can all talk about and discuss and see what everybody thinks. All right? All right. Enjoy the rest of the season. Be safe. And I'm out, and I'll see you for the rest of the season. Later.